Hi, this is App O'Brien.
And this is Lori.
We are taking another trip. This one is from Kansas City, Missouri to Staunton, Virginia to visit family.
Come along on our train ride.
We'll be riding coach on the Southwest Chief from Kansas City, Chicago,
And then we will be taking the Cardinal to Staunton, Virginia, and with a little roomette. The building Marceline, where the Walt Disney Family Museum is, and we've been there. It's a wonderful place. The train doesn't stop there, but it is worth the drive. Enjoying our time on the train, and here we are in the one Missouri stop after Kansas City.
I watch this sometimes on Virtual Railfan. There's a camera. I don't know which camera it is. I don't think it's that one because you see the Coke machine all the time, but you can track the Southwest Chief going through La Plata, Missouri on Virtual Railfan.
After La Plata, we go to Iowa. We're in Fort Madison, Iowa is the next stop, and they have fresh air stops here where you can stop, and they call it fresh air. You can get out of the train, walk around a little bit. If you're a smoker, you get to smoke too.
Oh, we're heavy smokers.
Heavy, not heavy, just walkers. This is a fresh air stop at Fort Madison, and it's a cute little town in Iowa. And then the next stop on the train is going to be it's Galesburg.
Galesburg.
And that's the stop that also hosts the California Zephyr. So you take the Fort Madison stop all the way to Chicago, and then
if you're on the cheap.
If you're on the cheap.
If you're at the Zephyr.
If you're at the Zephyr.
From the Midwest, you can go to Galesburg and catch the Zephyr going west toward California.
Yeah, so this is the way we took our last train trip. We went to Galesburg, and then we caught the California Zephyr, and we went to California. But this time we're staying on the Chief all the way to Chicago.
We spent some time in Galesburg before. A few years ago, we rode the train up there, spent a day, walked around.
Cute little town. Some very famous people that are from Galesburg. Who are they, Brian?
Well, I like baseball. Jim Sundberg,
Yes.
baseball catcher over there.
Is there a politician from Galesburg too? There's some other people.
There's some other. It's also a railroad town. There's a railroad museum, as you see the cars here.
It's a really nice town to hang out in for a while.
Galesburg. Next station stop, just about 50. That's 50 minutes. Will be Princeton.
After we leave Galesburg, we're going to be coming into Princeton, Illinois. And I'm familiar with Princeton. Maybe be a short trip on a USA Rail Pass to go check out that town sometime.
As I roll my eyes.
As Lori rolls her eyes, there is a sale going on now with the USA Rail Pass. Today is January 16, 2026 until January 20th, 2026. The USA Rail Pass is $250.
Normally it's $500, so it's half price.
Yeah, $25 for a rail segment in a coach. They're begging you to ride the train.
It's really inexpensive. Do it! Do it!
Now we're coming into
Mendota,
Mendota, Illinois. And I do want to go back to Mendota. Well, we have got the Princeton. This is Princeton. So, but after we leave here, we'll see video of us riding into Mendota, Illinois. And in Mendota, they've got a train museum there as well. This is Mendota. And I do want to go back to Mendota and see that train museum. We used to travel by a conversion van. We started out with a small teardrop trailer traveling. And then we bought a conversion van where we could go places and stop at roadside attractions. But you could still do some of the stopping at roadside attractions like on a rail pass. It counts as a segment on your trip, but spend a day checking out a small town and see what they have to offer. see what the people are like and the restaurants and things like that.
This
Walk
is your
around.
little rail museum.
You know, that red and silver train in the middle is the Golden the Golden State Rock Island train used to go from Chicago to California. I had that in in-scale model training, and that was one of my favorite in-scale trains. I'd go back just to see that car alone. And there it is.
That was Mendota. Next station stop, just about 50 minutes will be Naperville. For those of you just joining us here at Mendota, welcome aboard. Once again, Naperville next stop, just about 50 minutes. Thank you.
Into the Chicago area with the Metro train commuting yards. There's lots of commuter trains there, and there's a lot of train service. You go past these parking lots, and they are stuffed with cars. People in Chicago really use the trains. All right.
Yeah, there's a couple different access points into Chicago. If you're riding the Illinois service, you're going to come in by the Amtrak yards, which is closer to Union Station. But the Southwest Chiefs is coming in by Naperville and the Metro yards.
Naperville's the first stop outside of Chicago. Again, this is that huge parking lot. When we came back on this trip,
That was full.
it was stuffed with cars, and they have a little motorcycle parking lot that is really cute too, with about 10 spots.
This must have been quite the furniture manufacturing facility. Maybe they still make furniture, I don't know. Well, they must have something going on in there.
There's a lot to look at on the way to Chicago.
Everyone's running like they stole a dream. Images of magazines. Take your chance while you're still young. Glory flickers like a candle in the desert sun. Wasted time on an overpass, watching how nothing lasts. The streets are filled with a hollow glow. The bellies ache, a shallow hunger grows. Don't rush me, I just want a little more time. Everyone grows older, we all just wanna start again. Don't rush me, I just want a little more time. Standing on the shoulder, looking for a promised land. Where do you hide on a quiet night, when your fears are nestled by your side? The TV screen burns too bright. You sitting tall, ghost behind your eyes. Don't rush me, I just want a little more time. Everyone grows colder, we all Oh, just wanna start again. Don't rush me. I just want a little more time. Standing on the shoulder, looking for a promised land.
Everyone who needs a red cap will receive one in time. We just ask for your patience with them. Upon exiting the train, continue.
When I was in college, I worked for Amtrak as a chair car attendant in the summers and Christmas vacation. And I've been on these tracks many, many times. Back in the 70s, actually the first year I worked for Santa Fe. Santa Fe went to the South Street station. And the only thing that changed as Amtrak took over the cruise about 1973. They gave us what I call monkey uniforms. They were a waist-sized red jacket with a hat. But they kind of looked like, you know, the old vendors in the red suits, if you know what I'm thinking of.
Red caps.
No, they didn't. We had red caps. We had to wear a white shirt and tie. But like I said, I've been over these tracks many times, and I used to love seeing the different Class 1 railroads that service Chicago. As you can see, there are locomotives on these tracks: the Chicago Northwestern, Pennsylvania Railroad, Santa Fe, Burlington Northern, Burlington locomotives. You'd see those from time to time. And I love seeing that. This is the under Union Station, same as it was back in the 70s, I believe. That I thought in the summertime was one of the hottest places on earth. It could get hot down there.
Heat gets trapped. But there was a little picture of me. We were in the Metropolitan Station in Chicago. So if you have a roomette, you can go into their little lounge. And it's lovely. They've got drinks and they've got snacks, and it's just lovely music, or you could watch TV if you want, but it's a nice, comfortable place to relax. They've got a safe place for your luggage to hang out, and you don't have to worry about luggage for a while. And it's just enjoyable. It's one of that and the Los Angeles lounges are really the two best metropolitan or lounges.
Central Car Lounge in depots. Now we're on the Cardinal.
The first fresh air stop.
Yes, Huntington, West Virginia. When you leave Chicago, it's in the evening. So we slept, went through several stops. You go through Indianapolis, you go through Cincinnati in the middle of the night. And we wake up in West Virginia, which is really probably the most scenic part of the Cardinal train. You'll see that coming up with the sites at the New River. This is Huntington, West Virginia.
It's really pretty. This isn't the prettiest part, but there's a river part coming up, and it's just beautiful. Even without the trees, it's nice. We were in Huntington, West Virginia multiple times with our van, and so I even recognize some of the streets we were on, because it's not that huge of a town, but it's a nice place. So what's the West Virginia?
Well, the college, West Virginia Institute of Technology building. I noticed the cannon in front of it. It's not still that. But it is being used for something else. It's one of the historical buildings in Huntington, West Virginia. This is the New River. This is called Hawk's Nest area of the New River. There were cabins along the side of the river. You see one there across the river, where you can't access them. That one could probably be accessed by road. I think a few of them you'd have to access them by boat.
Nice little rapid spots, and it's a pretty little river.
Yeah, the rapids came up as you got further east. I don't think the water was pretty smooth to the west.
But not a bad view, though.
Yeah. This little town is Thurman, West Virginia. It is now a ghost town, but there is a train stop, Thurman, West Virginia, a few miles south of where the town is. And there's other little towns in there, and apparently, there's enough riders to make a stop there. And about a half dozen people get on at Thurman.
It's a great train. It goes all the way through Virginia into Washington, D.C., and then up to New York City, right?
Yeah, that's the Cardinal.
So, I mean, it's a great way to get around. And here you are. We're still in Thurman.
This is Hinton, West Virginia. It looks like a really interesting old town as well. That station was constructed in 1913. This is the same age as my father, who was also born in 1913. And he was 40 when I came around. I was the youngest kid in my family.
With an older father.
Who was a wonderful man. Loved my father and he loved us.
Yeah, they did.
As you love their own children.
This is Alderson, West Virginia. And it's close to the border with Virginia. And we're getting fairly close to Staunton now. When we woke up on this day, we left, it was after spending the night after leaving Chicago. We had time for breakfast and lunch on the Cardinal. And it was brought to us, there was no diner on the Cardinal, but it was brought to us by our car attendant.
His name was Isaac. He was a real sweet guy. And it's a little bit different than when you have a dining car, because you have a little menu, you choose what you want, and then you are served. Now we're in Staunton.
Yeah. This is a view from our daughter's house. And it's a beautiful area. Hills everywhere.
Yeah, this is not giving it justice, because if you get a sunrise or a sunset, man, it's gorgeous. That's her front porch there. And she lives on a hill, so she's got oh, look, here I am. It was a very cold day. We were ready to get back on the train. I guess that was a very short trip. So we're waiting for the train to show up. We're trying to figure out where to go. Oh, there it comes. See the lights of the train. And this is a newer engine. What kind of engine is it, Brian?
It's a Siemens Charger engine. The Siemens is based in California.
Oh, I wave, and I get waved back at. Look at that.
We had two men there that were rail fans. They called that a Pepsi can engine because of the color of the livery. Now, we spent about a week in Staunton watching our grandkids play basketball. And we did the same arrangement going back. We rode the Cardinal back to Chicago and the Southwest Chief from Chicago back to Kansas City. We could have also taken from Chicago the Floridian, which goes to Charlottesville, Virginia, which is about
an hour west. An hour east.
An hour east of Staunton.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to make our daughter drive that far to pick us up. Always love to see locomotives in the yards. Those are CSX. It came out of Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad.
So one of my favorite things about being on the railroad is sunrises and sunsets. And here's an example of a beautiful sky. I don't know where we are, but the sun is starting to set. You've got gorgeous clouds with the rays of the sun going through it, and it's just beautiful. You've got, even with the fields, you don't have much on the land, but the skies are just outstanding.
I think this is Clifton Forge, Virginia. It runs through central Virginia. It doesn't go to Roanoke. There's a different train that goes to Roanoke. Yeah, I think that's Clifton Forge. For me on these trains is going past major stadiums like Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis.
Where the Colts play.
I think I get there around midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, and I happen to be awake. Lori sleeps much better on the train than I do.
I think it was about 5 o'clock in the morning we went through Indy, and then I think it was a long stop. And this is, so, oh, where was that? We missed the sign twice. But anyway, here we are back in Indiana, and you get to see a lot of small towns.
Farm communities, farmland.
Yeah. Sometimes you get really wonderful views from the train, and sometimes you get junkyards and
People's backyards that are hoarders.
yeah. But like in Christmas time, you also get to see Christmas lights and pretty stuff. So I mean, you get a little taste of the United States, whether it's good or bad, and sometimes it's beautiful.
Some of the bad in the West, you see homeless camps near rail lines in the West.
We did not see any of those on the Cardinal.
No, probably don't in the East so much. This is coming, I think, now back into Chicago to get on the Southwest Chief. We had a 4.5 hour layover in Chicago, and both the trip, all 4 trains were on time.
Yeah, we were real lucky because there was one. We started out our first train when we got on the Cardinal. We were an hour and a half late, so
They made up all that time.
they made up all the time. There's
Before.
plenty of time in the stops to make that up. But the coming back, the Cardinal going was 4 hours late, and then the next day the Cardinal was 7 hours late. So I don't know what's going on, but they were having some issues. But that's the thing with train travel, you always want to plan extra time in case there's a late train. Trains are great, but sometimes they can't be on time, and it's you just hang with it. You don't get upset or anything. You just enjoy the journey
And relax.
and relax.
And don't schedule close connections. If you only leave at a half hour's time to get from one train to another, that's probably going to be a problem.
Yeah. In fact, we got to Chicago so on time that we could have, if we had figured out how to do it. There was a train leaving to Kansas City like within minutes of us getting there, but we didn't know that.
The Illinois service through St. Louis to Kansas City. Now it would have been a longer ride home, but I like that train because it's got Wi-Fi the whole way.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi on this train and
Get to Chicago.
and the Chief is a little spotty when you're around communities or by major highways. You get Wi-Fi, but otherwise
It's off and on.
you don't.
So you could get stuff in there. There was a nice little car attached. What
Again, that's the Metropolitan Lounge. Now that car that was Lawyer's direct car looked in a former Pennsylvania Railroad livery. It said something about be a federal administration. I think it was doing measurements and tests for that line. It didn't look like a private car.
Okay, so now we have taken the train out of Chicago. You saw the Sears Tower, and now we're going down the tracks, and we are in.
Back in Mendota because I want to come back and see that museum.
Do I have a choice? Probably not. But that's okay. It's a beautiful little area. Looks like a nice place to go, Railroad Museum. And look who wants to go there in the next train ride. So we are talking about the next train trip, and I want to take a big loop around the United States with our train stops and spend some time places, and then.
Lloyd's not been in Montana, so.
Well, there's plenty of places I haven't been to. Yeah, I want to go to Montana, and I want to go to Alaska, but that's not an option. But so we are doing. We're figuring out our next train ride. So if you have. Oh, look, we're home.
We're home. We live close to Union Station. We just walk home from Union Station. Thanks for watching.
Have a great day. Bye bye.